Shalom and welcome to Feel Good and Flexibility Flow. It's gonna focus on hip opening and lots of strength. So get ready. Have a block or two, and if you are outdoors and forgot your block, you may have a book handy which could serve as a block. So, without further ado, let us come into child's pose. Stretch your body back and your arms forward. Breathe deeply in and out of your nose, beginning to activate your Ujjayi breath here and come up into a seated position. Stretch your legs in front of you. Cradle your right leg in both hands, opening up that right hip. And when you're ready, stretch that leg up, grabbing it with your left hand and looking out over your left shoulder. Place your right hand beyond the right side of the mat. I apologize for the grass covering me. Onto the other side, cradling your left leg in both hands, and then slowly stretch that leg up, grabbing it with your right hand and enjoying that stretch across your left hamstring, left calf, and right shoulder and arm. Let your gaze come out of your right armpit. When you're ready, drop your left foot to the ground, come into all fours, and let's take cow pose with an inhalation and cat pose, exhaling the air out of your lungs. Again, cow pose, breathe deep in, releasing the air, come into cat. Breathe in, feel in your lungs and your abdomen. Breathe out, release the air in cat pose. And now just wiggle out your spine. Take any type of freelance movement here. Now bring both knees hovering off the ground, stabilizing with your core. Breathing deeply in and out. In and out here. Keep your neck straight, keep your spine straight. And then come into downward facing dog, breathing out. Bend and straighten each leg alternatively. Take a final breath in and out. Breathe in, raise your right leg to the sky and place it on your left Achilles, stretching out your left calf. Breathe out here. Slowly release your right foot to the ground, raise your left leg up to the sky, breathing in, place it on your right Achilles, stretching out your right thigh as you breathe out. Your right calf, sorry. Raise it back up and release it to the ground. Bend your knees, stretching back, looking to the top of the mat and come to the front of the mat. Roll up your spine, breathing out, head coming up last. Take any movement that feels natural, that feels authentic. Breathe in, stretch your hands up to the sky, breathe out. Folding over halfway, place your hands on the mat, step your feet back and come into downward facing dog. Again, look towards the top of the mat, place your heads in the front of the mat and fold over your legs. Breathe in, raising your hands to the sky. Breathe out, folding over your legs. Halfway. Place your hands on the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Check in with your Ujjayi breath here. Look to the front of the mat. Roll through your spine into plank. Step both feet to the top of the mat and fold over your left feet. Breathing out, raise your hands to the sky. Breathing in, fold over your legs. Breathing out, halfway. Breathing in, place both hands. Breathing out, place your hands onto plank and bend into downward facing dog. Breathing out. Turn your feet to the right side of the mat, heels facing the left side of the mat. Stretching your right side body. Come back to center and place your heels to the right side of the mat this time. Toes point left. Breathing out, stretching the left side of the body. Slowly move to center. Breathe in and out. Raise the right leg up to the sky. Bend at your knee and roll out that right hip. Straighten that leg, breathing in. Place your feet at the outside of your right hand. Breathing out. Now roll out your hips. Take a breath in and out. Stay in this moment. Lift your butt to the sky, stretching out both legs in this version of triangle. Breathing out. Back into lizard pose. Breathe out, triangle. Last one here. Come back into lizard. Then using your block, place it outside of your right leg. Place your left hand on the block and you twist your right hand to the sky in this twisted revolved crescent pose. Breathe out here. Skandasana to the back of the mat, side lunge. And then sit down onto the mat. When you're ready, taking your right hand, catch your left feet and twist your left hand to touch your right toes in this really beautiful side lunge. Breathing in and out, creating more space in your side body. Come back up and warrior two at the back of the mat. Come to the center, placing your feet to be parallel to each other, not losing your balance. Come into goddess pose, feet turned outwards. Breathe out, lifting everything out. Come inwards, goddess pose, breathing in. Breathe out, release, straighten. And then coming with a straight spine first and then folding over your feet. Halfway lift, breathing in, breathing out, fold deeper. Catch your right leg with your left hand and lift your right hand to the sky. Fold over your legs again. Place your hands at the top of the mat. and come into plank pose, breathing in chaturanga, breathing out upward, breathing in, downward, breathing out. Let's repeat everything on the second side. Yay. Gazing forward, step to the top of the mat. Breathe in, arms high in the sky. Breathe out, bend over your legs. Halfway lift. Take your feet to the edges of the mat and squat. Malasana, hands to the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Catch your right calf with your left hand and bend to the left side and repeat the same in the right side. Back to center. Breathe in and out as you bend over your legs. Breathe in, halfway lift and step back to the back of the mat. Chaturanga, upward facing. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg to the sky. Bend at your knee and roll out your hip. Breathing out, raise your leg back up and bring it to the outside of the left leg. Now roll your hips out, making sure to take deep, purposeful breaths here. Straighten both legs in triangle. Bend, breathing in, straighten, breathing out. Bend, breathing in, breathe out, bend your legs. One more time. Coming back into lizard, cross your right hand over your left leg and come into a twisted revolved crescent pose, taking your gaze either on the mat where it's comfortable or up in the sky. Breathing in and unwind, breathing out. Twist all the way into a side lunge. Now sit down on the mat. Bring your left arm to catch your bended right leg and twist your right arm over to your left toes, stretching your right side body. Expand through your chest, through your heart. Breathe here. When you're ready, unravel and come into Warrior 2, facing the back of your mat. Really bend into that leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Calm, steady, and focused. Focusing your gaze, slowly come into goddess pose, bending into both legs simultaneously. Peel your right heel off the mat. Place it back down. Repeat that with your left heel. Now, right. Breathe out. Place it back down. Left heel off the mat. With your next in-breath, peel both heel off the mat. Hold it. Breathe out as your hands reach to the heavens. Take full breaths in and out here. And release, straightening everything. Breathing in and out, falling in between your legs. Halfway lift, breathe out. Fold in, breathe in. Walk your upper body to your left foot and allow yourself a little stretch. And then after that, slowly come into plank pose, bringing your left leg to the back of the mat. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Slowly coming to the end of our practice. Step to the front of the mat. Fold over your feet. Rise up, breathing in. Allow yourself a mini back bend. And fold back down, breathing out. Halfway, breathing in. Breathe out. Back bend. Breathe in, fold. Begin to slowly roll up your spine, breathing out. Coming into mountain. Take some final deep breaths here, in and out here. Feel the energy circulate all around you. Now bring your right leg slowly setting up into tree pose, all the way pressing into your left inner thigh. Bring your thumb and middle finger to touch and place them on either side of your knees. Huge balancing pose here. Find a spot on the ground that is not moving. You may even be compelled to close one eye and the other. Now lift that right leg up, stretch it in front of you, hold it with your left hand and twist to your right side. Looking back, if possible, at your right thumb. It's so hard standing on this grass, but it's the challenge that makes us grow. Back into mountain pose. And then let's go to the other side. Lift your left leg into your inner thigh. The key here is exerting equal pressure on both legs. Bring your hands to either side of your knees, possibly letting your fingers gently touch. Exhale everything that does not serve you. Inhale all the positivity that this world has to offer. Open up yourself for greatness. Now lift that left leg up, stretch it out, hold it with the right hand and begin to twist your left hand behind you. And if possible, look over at that left thumb. This world, our lives, everything is centered around balance. Now bring your left leg to the sky one more time in mountain pose. Breathe in. Raise your hands to the sky. Back bend if you please. Yes, please. Take it any day. Breathe out, coming up. Breathe in, cactus the arms again. You just can't have enough of back bends. Breathe out, folding over your legs. Halfway, breathe in, step back, plank. Breathe out, chaturanga. Upward, breathe in. The last downward facing dog. Let it sink in, let it marinate. Stretch back into plank, setting up for side plank. Rotate your body and open up to the right side. Bring your right arm over your head, stretching. And when you're ready, slowly bring your right foot off the mat. Bring it to touch the mat behind you, coming into our thing. Rotate your heart to the sky. Take deep purposeful breaths in and out here. And when you are ready, start to come back to side plank. Place both hands back on the mat. Take a vinyasa or skip it. The power to make this choice is, of course, always in your hands. So take it. Let's repeat everything on the left side. Turn to the left side and raise your left hand to the sky. If you want to, you may even bend that hand over your head and stretch your left side body. Lift your left leg from the ground, come into tree in this side plank, and then slowly place your left leg behind you on the mat. Come into wild thing and opening up your heart to the sky, sending love out into the world, receiving it right back, because what goes around comes around. Come back into side plank. Now this is the final chaturanga of the class, I hope. Last downward facing dog, I think. Look to the front of the mat and come into seated. Breathe in and out here. You have done a lot of work. Bravo, brava. Now leaning slowly with your upper body down towards the mat. Place your feet hip width apart on the mat and lift into bridge pose. Place your butt back down. Raise it slowly, breathing in. A good way to measure the distance from your upper body and your feet is using your hands that are on the mat. Shift your feet to where your fingertips end. Slowly come down, breathing out. One last time, raising your butt, squeezing it at the top. Shift all your weight into your left feet. Lift your right leg to the sky. Bring it slowly back to the ground and switch to the left side. Keep measuring the distance between your fingertip and your feet. Slowly bring your left leg to the mat. Collapse and stretch your arms for a quick second. Release. Bring your butt back to the ground. How are you feeling after that? Take a quick scan of your body and either go back into bridge if that feels comfortable, or if you have will in your practice, place your hands above your head. Push up into wheel. If you've never done wheel before, I would advise to watch a tutorial video before coming back to this video and continuing. And slowly bring your body to the mat. Place your hands on your hips. Move your hips from side to side to massage your lower back. Come into a figure 4 with the right leg, lifting your left leg off the floor. Enjoying this hip opening stretch. Take deep, purposeful breaths in and out here. Alternatively, you may come into a pigeon pose. Switch sides. Feel up your lungs and belly. And release. When you're ready, bring your feet into butterfly. Place your hands on your pelvis. Send deep breaths into your pelvis. Release and relax onto the floor. Fill up your lungs with air. Hold it at the top. And breathe out. Relax into the ground. Breathe. Thank yourself for showing up today. Name all these 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for today. Send love out into the world. Be the change you want to see today. Really take your time here to stay in this space, to exist in this space, to be vulnerable in this space. Perfection does not exist. Slowly bring back awareness into your limbs and turn to the side. Continue to rest here. Let me know if you liked this flow. Comment below, subscribe, and let me know what types of flows you would like to see. Breathe in deep. Bring your hearts to your chest. Thanking yourself. And we are done. Now it's time to boogie. Seriously. Come on, dear happy dance. Come on, dear happy dance. Dear happy dance. Come on, dear happy dance. Namaste. Have a great day. Bye.